Mr. Donald Trump on American-Israeli relations. Thank you for talking to us today, David.
Hi, Yoni. It's good to hear your voice again, and good morning from New York.
And vice versa. Thank you. David, can I ask you firstly for your response after Secretary Clinton's medical incident yesterday?
Look, we hope that Secretary Clinton feels better. You know, politics is considered to be a blood sport now throughout the world, especially in presidential elections. But when someone is afflicted by an illness, the right thing to do, I think, is to step back and say, as you say in Hebrew, Refuah Shlema. We hope that Mrs. Clinton has a full and complete recovery, and then we will look forward again to debating her on the issues.
How will this affect the campaign, in your opinion?
I don't know. From my perspective, I'm focusing on the clear superiority of Mr. Trump relative to Secretary Clinton on the issues of Israel. I don't think any of that changes by reason of Mrs. Clinton's health problems, but beyond that, I don't want to be speculating.
David, let's go back to the interview we conducted with the Secretary last week. She attacked Trump's stance on Israel, saying there's no rhyme or reason to his opinions. What would you say to that?
Well, I don't think that she's been paying attention, if that's her view. If you look at the Republican platform on Israel, which is a platform that the Trump campaign in general and myself and Mr. Greenblatt were particularly involved in, you'll see a platform that is very detailed and is the most pro-Israel platform in the history of this country for either party. So there is nothing ambiguous or unclear about Mr. Trump's support for the state of Israel. One thing which she did not address in her interview with you was how, if at all, she would differentiate herself from the presidency of Barack Obama.
You know, we also discussed the deal with Iran and Donald Trump's statement last week that Israel will be destroyed as a result of the deal unless he's president. Isn't that a bit of an exaggeration, David?
I think it's a bit of hyperbole, but I do think it makes a point which is legitimate, which is that the differences between a Trump administration and a Clinton administration are stark. You know, they're dramatic, and they are, potentially existential, because Mrs. Clinton has shown herself to be essentially an apologist for Iran, and Iran is a very dangerous country. I think we have to elect a president that is going to scrupulously protect Israel.
You watched the interview meticulously. Anything else you think Israelis should notice in that interview with the Secretary?
Well, again, I think that when you have an 8-year record, or at least in her case a 4-year record as Secretary of State, and in those 4 years you've done things which are unprecedented in terms of damaging the American relationship with Israel. For example, demanding in the first few months of her office a unilateral settlement freeze from Israel without requiring any concessions whatsoever from the Palestinians. When that's your record, I think you have an obligation to explain to the people of Israel and to the people of the United States how, if at all, you're going to be different, given the anticipation that preceded the interview, where people were finally looking to hear how she would be different from President Obama. I think it's intellectually insulting for her to gloss over all these critical issues.
David Friedman, thank you so much for having us today, David.
Yoni, always a pleasure. Thank you very much.